I never used to believe in ghosts. I was the kind of person who scoffed at haunted house stories, who rolled my eyes at every so-called supernatural encounter. Ghosts, I thought, were just the stuff of campfire tales and late-night movies, nothing more than tricks of the mind, fueled by fear and darkness. Not until I received my sister's last letter. It arrived on a rainy evening, the envelope damp and the ink slightly smudged, as if it had traveled through a storm to reach me. I remember the way my heart pounded as I recognized her handwriting, so familiar, yet trembling with urgency. Her name was Emily Carter, 19, sharp as a tack, lover of old books, candles, and anything antique. She had a knack for finding beauty in forgotten things, and her room always smelled faintly of lavender and old paper. Emily was the kind of person who could make even the darkest places feel warm, just by being there. She was the kind of person who could walk through abandoned places and laugh at the cobwebs. So when she got into Northpine University, she was obsessed with living in Ashburn Hall, famous for its history, infamous for its secrets. The building was a relic, its walls thick with stories, its windows always seeming to watch you as you passed. Emily loved that sense of mystery, the idea that every creak and groan had a story to tell. Her room? Room 313. Tucked away at the end of a long, drafty corridor, it was the one room everyone whispered about but no one wanted. Emily, of course, insisted it was perfect. She lasted 2 weeks there before something changed. The Emily I knew, the logical, steady Emily, started sounding frantic in her calls. Her voice, once so calm, now trembled with fear I'd never heard before. She'd call late at night, her words tumbling out in a rush, as if she was afraid of being overheard. She talked about whispers in the walls, cold spots, shadows that moved when she wasn't looking. She said the air felt heavy, like something was pressing down on her chest, making it hard to breathe. Sometimes she'd wake up to the sound of footsteps pacing just outside her door, but when she looked, the hallway was empty. But I dismissed it as nerves, or maybe just an overactive imagination. I told myself she was just stressed, that the pressure of a new school and a strange old dorm was getting to her. I tried to reassure her, told her to get some rest, to focus on her studies. I never thought, not for a second, that something truly sinister could be happening. Then she died. Police called it suicide. Case closed. The official report was cold and clinical, full of words like depression and isolation, but none of it made sense to me. Emily was strong, she was a fighter. The thought of her giving up just didn't fit. But 2 days after her funeral, a letter arrived, sent the night before she died. It started, her handwriting shaky, the words desperate, as if she was racing against time to warn me. "Dear Nathan, if you're reading this, it means I'm gone." But I swear I didn't want to go. Room 313 isn't just a room, it's a prison. Something lives in the walls. It watches. It listens. It imitates the voice of the dead. Last night it spoke Mom's voice in my ear, but Mom's been gone 5 years. It told me to look under the bed. Nothing. Then I looked up. My reflection winked 3 times. I didn't. It smiled. I didn't. I tried to leave, but the door wouldn't open. I screamed for help. No one came. I heard my own voice begging me to kill myself over and over, but I didn't say a word. "Nathan, please, don't let anyone into this room. Burn this place if you have to, just don't let it feed again. I'm so sorry. I wish I could have been stronger, but whatever is in here, it's not human. It knows things about me no one else could. It's inside my head, twisting my thoughts, making me doubt what's real. If you love me, promise me you'll end this. Don't let it win." My hands shook as I dropped the letter. I felt cold all over. It was as if the shadows in my own room had grown longer, reaching for me. I could almost hear Emily's voice, pleading with me from beyond the grave, but I needed answers. I drove back to Northpine that night. The road was slick with rain, the world outside my windshield a blur of darkness and headlights. Every mile felt heavier, as if I was being pulled toward something I couldn't escape. At the front desk, I asked about room 313. The woman working there turned pale. Her hands trembled as she glanced over her shoulder as if afraid someone, or something, might be listening. "There's no room 313, she whispered. It was sealed in '79 after 3 students died. Her voice was barely audible, but the fear in her eyes was unmistakable. She told me the room had been locked up for decades, that no one was supposed to go near it. I showed her Emily's letter. She stared at me, eyes wide, and said, "You better leave. It knows your name now." Her words sent a chill down my spine. I realized then that whatever haunted room 313 wasn't just a story, it was real. And now, it was aware of me. But I had to see it for myself. I found Ashburn Hall, locked up, condemned, forgotten. I broke in. The air inside was thick with dust and silence, every step echoing through the empty halls. It felt like the building itself was holding its breath, waiting. The halls were silent, except for the faintest sound of breathing behind one of the doors. It was so soft I thought I might be imagining it, but as I got closer, the air grew colder, and the sense of being watched became unbearable. Room 313 was still there. The door creaked open by itself as if inviting me in. The darkness inside seemed to swallow the light from my flashlight, pulling me deeper. Inside, there was nothing but a single mirror. No bed, no desk, just that mirror. Its surface was clouded, but I could see my own reflection staring back at me, eyes wide with fear. I stepped in. The door slammed behind me. The sound echoed like a gunshot, and suddenly I was trapped, just like Emily. My reflection didn't move. Then slowly it smiled. The grin was wrong. Too wide, too knowing. I felt a cold dread settle in my bones as I realized I was no longer alone in that room, and in my own voice it whispered, "Now you live here." The words echoed around the room, bouncing off the walls, burrowing into my mind. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. I was never seen again. But if anyone is reading this, please destroy that mirror before it finds its next face. Don't let it claim another soul. Some doors should never be opened, and some reflections should never be trusted.